Hey you guys, what is up? My name is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing my January favorites. And January wasn't really a month of like trying new things, more like rediscovering new things that I had loved before, but then also there are a few new items in here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Also, if you hear a bunch of planes or like dogs barking, I'm sorry. There's one going over right now. The first item that I have is the Stila Starlight Star Bright palette. I know they just came out with a new one with new shades recently, but this is one of like the original ones. They do come in singles as well, but I just like loved all three and it was just cheaper to buy the trio. So they are like these putty highlights and I absolutely love these for like beach days or pool days or days where you just want to look like wet. Like, it's a really, really weird formula. Like, if you press in, it'll leave a mark. But they're just, like, the prettiest highlights ever. Like, look, there's, like, an iridescent one. There's, like, a lighter, more champagne one. There's, like, a bronze one. I can use all of these. I usually like to use, like, the champagne and bronze one more because it suits my skin tone better. I will usually mix those two, and I will actually use this with another favorite that I have in here, and that is the e.l.f. Face Sculpting brush. If you guys watch Priscilla Ono and how she does makeup, it's just so satisfying. And Fenty Beauty actually has a brush that's kind of this shape as well, which is how I learned to kind of do this trick. But I'll just like swirl this brush into the highlight and just kind of like swipe it in like this really nice C shape. And it just gives me like the most beautiful sheen. And I can do this with other highlights as well, but these two together, it just really works like amazingly. And I cannot even tell you how my highlight looks in pictures because of me using these two products. It's just like, this one is just unlike anything I have. It's just, it looks so wet, and then coupled with this brush, it just makes it look so diffused. I actually did makeup for my old dance team. They had a show recently and I did like about almost the entire team's makeup, and I just used this brush for their highlight, and I used it with a powder one as well, and still it just like, it made them look all like so glowy and so blended from where I was sitting, which was in the audience. The next one I have is actually a primer, and you guys know that I love the Becca Backlight priming filter. Is it the Backlight? I can never remember the name. No, it's the First Light priming filter because this one is the Backlight priming filter. But I've used the First Light priming filter, which is the purple one, to death. Like, I'm almost out of it. And I really love that one. And this one is a little bit different. It's more thick in consistency, and I feel like it gives more of like a dewiness to the skin. So what I really love to do, besides just having this underneath my foundation, is I love to mix this and whatever foundation I'm using, especially with like matte foundations that I find a little bit too drying or a little bit too flat. I love to mix this one and any other foundation that I have that's matte. It just creates a really nice, beautiful coverage that's not too full coverage, but it's also not too dewy, which for me, I have like oily combo skin, so it works really well. I have some dry areas, which is where this one comes in handy, and if I'm wearing like a matte foundation, sometimes it can get overly dry. So mixing them together or even just layering them, it's amazing on my skin. Even after applying this with my hands onto my face, my hand is just coated in like this beautiful sheen. It's not glitter, and it's less than a shimmer, I would say. It's definitely not chunky at all. It goes on super smooth, but it just gives your face like a nice like hydration and a nice overall sheen and dewiness without getting super oily. This product, I don't think I will ever use anything else besides this brow gel. This is the Glossier Boy Brow, and I'm not sure if I talked about this on my channel or put it in a favorites, but here I am. Even if I did talk about it twice, you still need to know about it. But this is the Glossier Boy Brow. When I tell you that I've never used a brow gel like this, I am 100% speaking the truth. This is unlike any other. I've tried the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and I just don't like how that one is clear and it gets all gunky. And I also tried the Benefit Gimme Brow, and that one, I like it, but it is super pigmented and it has somewhat of like a gray undertone to the point of where I can't wear it alone because my brows get ashy. This one, however, it's the perfect shade for my brows, and it makes them stand up and look fluffy like no other. Like, I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys my brows right now. Look at that! But like I said, I have tried the Gimme Brow, and while that does have a slight hold, this has like 10 times more of a hold. Like, you guys saw how fluffy my brows are. They're going to look like that at the end of the night. Like, I don't know how, I don't know what sorcery they bottled up into this product, this tiny, tiny little tube, but I absolutely love it. It makes my brow hairs stay up for the longest time, and I find it pretty affordable. I mean, it is $18, but like, I've been using it for a couple months now, and oh my gosh, if you guys buy anything from this video, it has to be the boy brow. Next up, I have a complexion product, and that is the Morphe Brontour. This is in the shade Frenemy, and I picked this up like months ago when the store first opened in San Diego. That was a couple months ago, and I had never really touched this, and I finally just kept on reaching for it, and it is a beautiful shade. It does pull very, very warm though, so it's definitely more of like a bronzer than a contour, I would say, but it does have a matte shade and then like a slight shimmer shade, so it gives a really nice balance so you don't look too flat. I'm definitely gonna pick up another shade though, because like I said, this does pull a little bit warm on me, and I kind of like my bronzer contour to be a little bit more cool, but the formula is amazing. This lasts on my skin all day, and besides that, I think the packaging is really sleek. It comes with like a really nice mirror that's like the full size of this pan. Yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about that. In my previous videos, you guys might have noticed, and I've also talked about how I don't have my nails anymore. I do grow out my natural nails. I don't get acrylic, so if I can get them to the point where they're super long, they rarely break. But I have been going to get my nails done at the salon, and I've been getting gel, and as some of you guys may know, when they take off the gel, they get really brittle and weak. Like the lady that I go to, I don't know if it's the same for like all other nail salons, but she like scrapes off the gel pretty harshly, and I know like of course it's bad for your nails, but I just kept on getting my nails done, and then they got so brittle to the point where they would just break all the time. So finally I just like cut them all off, and now I'm kind of hoping to like regrow them back out, and I don't think I'm gonna get my nails done again for like a pretty long time unless it's a special occasion, just because my nails are pretty strong on their own and I can do them myself like no problem pretty well, I would say. They are still pretty weak, especially my thumbnails. Like if I press on them, they bend pretty easily, and that never used to happen before I got them done, so they are still a little weak. I actually picked up this OPI Nail Envy nail strengthener, and I thought at first it was going to be a gimmick, but I can totally tell a difference in my nails. I've been applying this probably for a couple of weeks now, and it definitely does feel a lot stronger. Like I got acrylics on 3 of my nails because I was going to an event and 3 of my nails had tore or broken, and I'm the type of person that whenever I see like a tear, like I have to tear it off. Like I cannot fix it for the life of me. So I got acrylics on 3 of my nails, and those ended up being super weak. So it was both my thumbs and then this index finger. And I've been applying this every other day because the instructions say to apply every other day, and I do notice my nails getting harder and stronger. So if you guys have weak or brittle nails, I would definitely recommend this. It is a very pricey product. It's like almost $20 for like this small bottle, but I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I've barely made a dent, which is really nice. And also it dries very, very quickly, unlike regular nail polish, because technically this is like a strengthener and not a polish. So I'll apply it even like 2 coats and it'll be dry within like a minute, which is super nice. And it's not like the fake dry where if you like brush up against something it'll smudge, but it'll actually be dry, which is really nice. So if you have weak nails, I would definitely recommend this. The next couple of products are not necessarily makeup related, but I don't like to wash my hair that much just because I feel like it's not good for my hair. I have a lot of breakage. at the top of my head. I don't even know from what, because I feel like I keep my hair pretty healthy. I've never dyed it, and I get it trimmed regularly, which I just got it trimmed. Do I look good? It gets really annoying because I've been going to the gym consistently now, like almost every day, and of course I'm gonna sweat and all that jazz. So I don't like to wash my hair every day after going to the gym just because it gets so like dry and brittle. So whenever I don't wash my hair, I use this dry shampoo. This is the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. I have tried a lot of dry shampoos in my life, and let me tell you, this one, nothing compares to this one. It's just, there's no scent. There's no griminess, because you know how like some dry shampoos, like you spray it and then your hair gets like that weird texture and everything? That does not happen with this, mostly because I think it's more of like it's more powdery than other dry shampoos, but not in a bad way. Like if you run your fingers through your roots, like it'll go away, no problem. I swear, I will spray this in my hair and it'll be like as soft as like a hair wash day, you know? I just washed my hair last night and it's like super like soft and silky and like clean feeling, and I will still get that feeling after I use this dry shampoo. I think the most I used to go without washing my hair was 3 days, and now I can go up to 4 days because of this dry shampoo. There's no fragrance, which I absolutely love. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I would definitely check this out if you're looking for a good dry shampoo. But it just gets all the oils and all like the nastiness out of your hair, and it makes it not just look clean but also feel clean, and I feel like that's like the most important part of a dry shampoo. So if you guys are looking for one, this is definitely it. All right, and my last product of this video is actually these baby wipes. So I love to keep things clean, and sometimes, as you guys know, like doing your makeup and your hands are all like foundation-y and gross and everything, it can make your makeup look super disgusting, basically. So I know I have like powder and foundation over like all of my makeup products, and also like all over my hands and my brushes after I do my makeup. So I just love having these on hand. I don't like to use Clorox wipes that much because I feel like the chemicals aren't that great for everyday use on your hands. So I feel like baby wipes are a lot more gentle, and they also get the job done with like wiping everything down. And also I love to swirl my brushes in these sometimes if I'm doing makeup for other people. Like I said, I did that team of like 16 girls, and I only had, I had a lot of brushes, but of course I'm gonna reuse them. So I would just like swirl the brushes in these baby wipes, and then I would kind of like spray them with alcohol to sanitize them. But these are so useful. These are the Up and Up brand from Target, and it's nice because it comes with like this little sealable flap. And these are for sensitive skin, because if I am working on people, you never know what type of skin they have. It's just great to get the sensitive skin and just be mindful of that. And it's also fragrance free. So there's 64 wipes in here, and they're pretty thick and durable, and they don't rip easily, which is really nice. But I just love these for just sanitizing like my vanity, my makeup products, my hands, all that stuff. So if you guys don't have baby wipes, like, y'all are missing out. Like, and they're so cheap. They are so cheap. All right, guys, so that completes this January favorites. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys have tried any of these products, let me know in the comments down below. I love to talk to y'all. Again, I'm sorry I've been so inconsistent with my videos. I know I'm only uploading on Wednesdays now, but I just feel like I need to take a break. Not like an entire break, just more of like a step back from like YouTube and Instagram. I've just been feeling super drained. Makeup has always been something that I've loved, even from a young age, and recently with social media, I feel like it's becoming more of a chore than a hobby. So I definitely have stepped back a little bit. I'm trying to get into it a little bit more since I have been on a slight break for a couple of weeks, but hopefully I'll be back with a video this coming Sunday. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I will see you hopefully on Sunday.